Real Lego sets. Ironically, it's every collector's worst nightmare. Oh boy, I want to collect every Lego Star Wars set ever made. Oh, little Timmy. Do you have any idea how screwed you are? Sometimes you just want to complete a certain theme, which don't sound too hard, right? You just gotta max out your credit card on eBay and you're done. Unfortunately though, you get to a set with the dreaded note on brick set. US release only. Let's see how the British pound is doing. Good God. US only releases can be a walk in the park compared to some of these sets though. From special events to limited releases, all the way to promotional collaborations with other companies. Some of these you just have to accept the fact that you can't possibly obtain it, no matter how much you're willing to pay. Well, unless you're ridiculously rich. Take for example this Legend of China set. I believe only one is confirmed to exist, and to be fair, it's just a hodgepodge collection of actual retail release sets. She's not really missing out on anything exclusive, unless you count the cardboard. It was a prize given out in a LEGO comic, so the only way you could possibly have every China set is to track down whoever won this and offer them a bucket load of cash. And if they refuse, well, I wasn't asking. Unfortunately, all popular themes have their fair share of rare sets. Star Wars has things like the iced out solid gold Boba Fett or the clone building event. Indiana Jones has the Brickmaster exclusive. And Batman, well, he's got a bunch of SDCC figures and the Batpod. The price of these, of course, are absolutely wild. But who in their right mind would pay that? Okay, yeah, if I was minted, I'd definitely buy some of these. So what rare sets do I have in my humble collection? Well, let's have a look. Before we get started though, some things to keep in mind. We're talking about rarity and not price, and we're also talking about boxed sets. A good chunk of these you can find loose without too much trouble, and I also won't be including the handful of vintage sealed sets I own, as I think that's just a little unfair. First up we have set 1593, which is a rare case of it being a UK and German exclusive. It uses all the parts from sets 6880 and 6929, so there's nothing new added, aka you're an idiot if you buy this one. Wait. In the UK it was only available through a Persil promo, which is really strange as Persil is basically a laundry detergent brand. Without the box this is easy enough to find, and to top it all off, good God is it ugly. But at the same time it's nice to have a set that originated a little closer to home. Minifigure wise you have a spaceman and an American spaceman. Feature wise you have an eyesore, some kind of hut that's too small to fit in. A rover which on G is kinda lit fam. It can attach to the back of what is supposed to be a spaceship, but I refer to it as a space. Next up we have set 677 or 6077, Knight's Procession. This set is barely anything more than a minifig collection. You get 6 blokes on a small cart. It's extremely easy to find unboxed and it don't cost too much, but finding one of these with the box can be really hard now. On Bricklink the only one I could find is this bad boy. Back to LEGO Space we have set 1968, which is quite literally called Unnamed. So what is the name of this spaceship you're piloting? Sir, do you even have your piloting license? So, this bad boy was a German only set and unlike the previous one, this actually looks really cool. You get one red fella and this really odd robot that has a hinge for legs. The set makes heavy use of translucent parts, even the pipes are translucent yellow. I dread to think what the designer's house looks like. Better yet though, you get this tiny little cart which can be seated in the back behind, you guessed it, translucent doors. The front of the ship also comes off so you can drop the load like me after a Taco Bell. Up next we have the 2 LEGO Movie SDCC exclusive figures. Luckily for my wallet, these are actually 2 of the cheapest figures on the market. The Unikitty came out back in 2014, which is almost 10 years ago now. The only thing exclusive about this one though is the face and the eyebrows. Apocalypseburg Unikitty was given out in 2018 and follows a similar trend, with the face being the only unique aspect of the figure. Another castle set 1584/6060 Knight's Challenge. This dreamboat of a set holds a special place in my heart as it was one of the first castle sets I ever purchased, and my god, did it take some convincing. Before this I was collecting Nexo Knight sets, which are rather cheap. You can find the odd ones that go for around 80 to 130 quid, but nothing crazy really. So imagine my wife's face when I straight up, out of nowhere, say, I'm gonna get this one, and proceed to spend 500 quid on a theme I'd only just mentioned to her. Did I sleep on the couch? Yes. Was it worth it? Yes. What a set this is. It's absolutely stunning. With all the bright colours and the generous amount of minifigures, dare I say, it's straight bussin'. It's really easy to find unboxed and I can't recommend it enough. Just, maybe don't mention the price. Again from Castle we have set 6024. This tiny set was an absolute nightmare to track down boxed. I ended up having to buy it brand new just to get it complete. It's a nice little set, but I don't want to say too much, as I'm planning to do a whole video on the Dark Forestman sets at some point in the near future. Set 4990, LEGO Rock Raiders Headquarters. This one isn't too bad to find complete like the others, but you can find yourself waiting a couple months, unless you're willing to buy it brand new. While I absolutely love Rock Raiders, I do find this set looks really bare bones. It's got some nice play features, it even has a little battery powered light, but I don't think the big base plate does it any favours. The minifigures are nice, but they're not too exciting. You do get this big ol' rock monster man though. From Exoforce, we have set 7712 Supernova. While this wasn't the rarest of the Exoforce lineup, it was a special edition release. You can pick this one up boxed brand new relatively easy compared to the others we've looked at, but it isn't a widely popular set. This Titan looks stunning with a mix of red and yellow. Like most Exoforce lineup, it has a light up brick which is as bright as my future, and it does have some more flaws. The arms are relatively weak, or at least mine is, so there you are trying to pose it and his whole forearm fell off. But I know why you're all here. You want to know what's the rarest set I own. And after a bit of thought, I think I know which one I'd say is my rarest set. It's a rather strange one, I don't imagine anyone could have guessed it. From what I understand, when the first LEGO movie was released, LEGO did a special promotional set and sent it out to all the press sources. Well, it just so happens I managed to get my hands on one. So here it is, the rarest LEGO set I currently own, and I got it for an absolute steal. It features 9 characters from the movie. You have Emmett, Lucy, Batman, Good Cop, Bad Cop, Lord Business, Wonder Woman, Vesuvius, and just 2 random people thrown in for good measure. I've always found it extremely strange that they didn't include Benny at all, but I can only assume they didn't add him because his oxygen tank would interfere with the seats. The only unique part of this, from what I understand, is the LEGO movie card that fits down the back, so you could easily just print one of these out and then recreate it yourself. Thanks for watching, peeps. Don't forget to subscribe if you liked the video. I have quite a lot of rare sets that I didn't mention in this video, simply because it would just be a bunch of small castle and space sets that are around 40 years old, and I didn't want it to get too repetitive. Besides, in the future I'm planning to review a lot of these anyway. If you have any rare sets yourself, or just sets you really love, let me know in the comments and I might check them out.